Welcome to Vintage Coin Op Restorations and one of our latest projects. If you've been following us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, you might have seen this machine in one of the first videos when it just came in. Since then, it's been a little while. We have completely restored it. The machine is all original, though it was in sad shape, tired, and it needed a facelift, and that's exactly what we did. As you can see here, it says, have your choice of select perfume for a penny. You would insert your coin, and then on the right-hand side here, you would pull the lever down and it would atomize the so-called perfume above each coin mech to spray out. No, you're not putting your face to the machine. In that time, this sort of machine was found in probably a high-end hotel of some sort, and basically meant for women, but I'm sure, like in this case, here are some vintage men's fragrances that are in here. And basically what you would have is a woman would come up with a decorative scarf they would wear over their hair or around their neck, and for that penny they would literally pull the trigger down there and spray their handkerchief, and they would wear it and it would be scented. Fragrances at that time was a pure luxury. Deodorant probably it was a luxury also. So this is one way of, you know, cutting some of the smell down, let's put it that way. Very easily stated there. But you have the original cast iron feet. I've seen them out there. Someone's already remade those, but there's something to be said about the original piece here. It adds so much more stability than the aluminum ones. But like I said, the cabinet was pretty tired. Glue joints were broken, so with a little rubber mallet, we break it all apart and re-glue it back together. And that's what we did. Repaired as much as we could, stained and refinished it. Inside, we have the original silvered mirrors, and that's going to be in your back and on your bottom. And also the original marquee on the top, though we did have to touch it up and repaint it. It's a really interesting machine, and it's well, I shouldn't say it's interesting, it's an incredible machine, really. All of this for a penny. They made this entire mechanism to earn a penny, which at this time right now sounds crazy, but you know, at the turn of the century, a penny was a pretty big deal. Give me a second, I had to get a little pointer so I can come around the back here and show you. What we're looking at firstly is the most important thing of this entire machine, the money box. And we got a couple extra pieces in here that we'll pull aside, but basically here's all our pennies. Original coin box, pretty neat too. And below it are the actual perfume jars. And here the vendor would release these springs here, because there's a spring that goes from the front of the unit to the back to the actual perfume. It holds it front to forwards, and this kind of holds the perfume bottle in place in it's a little wood saddle where it actually sits. There's 3 of them in here, and they go forward. They're easily taken out, so you can put your perfume inside there when it's empty, and put it right back. Above is the actual mechanism, done in three different stages, and by the weight of a penny, there's no electric on this machine. On the weight of the penny, which you'll see right here, this little lever, by pushing the penny down, it pulls that lever, and what it's doing is, really ingeniously, it is pushing this little pin right in gear with this as you would pull down the lever. Let me push this back right now. So as someone would pull up and say they want some perfume and they didn't put their money in, you can see how that piece just slides by all three of them. But the minute you would put your penny in there, I'll do that in a minute, but I'm gonna just push it down to show you. Here, it's gonna grab it. It's gonna grab the little nipple that's on the side there and actually push down. And we won't do that just yet. So what's making all the perfume come out? Well, there's the heart of the machine are, let's call them the bellows. I tried to do it one time on my own and they didn't work. And it's a matter of someone that knows how to do these all the time, the right materials, the right glue, and the right fabric. In fact, here it is maybe like a rubber lined leather of some sort. They use it in orchestrions. I thought I can get away with some other products and it didn't work out there. So I had a local guy who is very versed in the orchestrions and bellows of arcade machines, and it's what they use in these perfume machines. So he rebuilt these for us and they work great now. The yellow hosing tubing is flexible and it's also crucial. It cannot have a kink in it. And when I say they cannot have a kink, they really went out of the way, because look at this little saddle they made. They made a saddle to hold this hose so it would never bind. And then this mechanism here actually holds one of the hoses at a nice angle so it wouldn't kink. And you see that in all of them. But this one back here comes from the top, sweeps around the machine. From the back, again, it's hose management, so it can't get kinked. So every time you put your money in, you would have that lever gets pushed back and then engages that little nipple there. And when you push down the lever, it pulls down on this spring-loaded bellow here. So it pushes it down and this spring pushes it back up in a real fast burst. And that little puff, just as if there was a little round bulb atomizer, which everyone's familiar with those, the perfume machines, that you have a little squeeze ball. Well, this is basically the same thing. So that force of air atomizes the perfume and sprays it out the front. So they said, let's get rid of the little ball, let's put it in the machine, and let's make some money. So that is basically what they did. Of course, they also added the coin mech. The coin mech is made out of brass, and it is pretty cool. You can see how somebody out of two different pieces welded all this and bent all three of them to be the same. So it's not like they only made one or two of these. I'm sure there might have been a company. We don't know who actually manufactured this particular piece. But that was a sand cast mold that, and with some flat stock soldering and welding, they did do some more work to them. But very interesting and complex for that time in the early 1900s to make something like this, just to make a penny. But a penny went pretty far at that time. So again, you can see the back of that original silvered mirror. You got a little bit of light coming through here. And you can see a little bit jagged up on the top. Even in the back, we left the panel original. You got someone's signature, I think, is on here too. I've got to make that out, but you can see something written across there. And the back panel here is steel. Kind of strange why it would be steel, but think about it. They made this to make a penny, and they weren't giving it up. So somewhere down the line, most cabinet doors were relieved panels. So there might have been a wood panel in there, and the panels are always thinner than the rails of a machine. So maybe someone took their fist and punched it in there and pulled the money out. So they said, okay, we're going to change that. So somebody put the steel plate on the back here to eliminate that. And they were serious about it so much that they're like, well, I don't want anyone to get in there. I am going to literally grind down the screw heads. If you can see right here, they ground down the screw heads so you can't even get a screwdriver to turn them. So that penny was quite valuable. As you can see, they got this thing screwed down so you cannot get in it. Let's say if you wanted to change the perfume out, what you have to do is literally take these eye hooks. I mean, it's easily done. You push up on this, just unscrew the eye hooks, and then this piece of glass will fall out with the, you got these two screws on the side that hold the glass in place also, but then you'll be able to take the glass off and change the perfumes on there. Right now we have them with a little bit of Velcro tape on there so they don't wobble and fall around. But enough talking about this machine. Let's give it a roll here. Let me close the back door here. And we will put our money in. And I'll come on the side here so you can see it atomized. You can hear it, but I'm not sure if you can see it. So I'm going to do it a couple more times. I'll do it on this first one too. So you can see in here, I put the coin in and it's just stopped on top of that little metal wire. And here we go. Let me get a little closer so you can see it. Oops, sorry about that. Let me try it from the other side, because I can't hold it. All right. All right, let's try it now. So there you have it. What a neat little idea, and I'm sure this was a moneymaker. Like I said, these things were in the fancy hotels, and the women were always dressed up to go someplace or to listen to music or something, and they all had handkerchiefs. And they always wanted to smell good, so for a penny, they would scent this up and wrap it around their neck or their hair and go out on the night on the town. Well, there you have it. If you have one of these machines for sale or you need one restored, please contact us. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see all the new machines coming to the warehouse. Thanks for watching.